Hello there, this is DBT, and these are the rooms. And alright, let's continue talking about Asphalt Legends Unite, and today we're gonna cover a bunch of different topics. We'll talk about the new burst of speed that just started and the issue that it had when it began, because oh boy, that was a bit of an oopsie. We'll have a look at the calendar of the upcoming events, we'll check the contents of the Unite Pass as well as a quick glance at the new special event. And then if we have time, we'll do some races just because. But before we jump into it, if you like my content, please hit the like button on this video as well as subscribing to the channel, because hey, remember, it's free. And by the way, thank you very much for everybody that has been subscribing. We just reached 15,000 subscribers. That's super dope, and I'm gonna make a special live stream for it, but once I have more information on it, I'll make an announcement. But alright, so first things first, the new burst of speed. Let's have a look at the cars that are featured. Now, if you check the patch notes or the video that I did on the patch notes, you know already which cars are featured, but let's have a quick look anyway. In Class B, we have the McLaren F1 LM and then the Apollo Evo. What a beautiful car. Well, I guess both are beautiful, but still. In Class A, we have the Noble M600 Speedster and the FV Frangivento Asphalt. I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah, there we go. In Class S, we have the Tushek TS900 Racer Pro and the Celine S7 Twin Turbo. And then finally, in the last part of this event is where you can get the keys for the cars that do require keys. You know, from all the 6 cars that are featured over here, 3 of them require keys, and these are the ones: the Celine, the Frangivento, and the McLaren. So this is the normal stuff, right? So what oopsie am I talking about? Well, you probably already know because this was all over Reddit and in the Discord server, but still, in case you missed it, you know that in order to get the key from a burst of speed, you need to have the car at max stars, which is the way that Gameloft pushes you to spend tokens into buying the packs, getting the blueprints, and then, only then, acquiring the key. So that means that in that last stage, you need the car at max stars. Well, this is how that event released for the first, I don't know, half hour, however long it was. If you notice there, if you don't know what you're looking at, these are the requirements in order to get the key. For example, the first one says beat the race time of 40 to 50 with the McLaren F1 LM. But you know what it doesn't say? That you need the car at 6 stars. Now, all of this is always free try because obviously you don't own the car, otherwise you don't need the key. So it's always a free try. But the fact that they didn't put the star requirement meant that so long as you were able to beat that time with the car at whatever amount of stars that you have, even if it's a stock or at 1 star basically, if you can beat the time, you could get the car. Yeah, and it was the same for all 3 cars, for the Frangivento, for the Celine, all the same thing. So long as you were able to beat the time, you would get the car. And I hear that this time was not easy to do for touch drive players, but for manual players, basically, it was easy to do. Or I don't know, easy, but at least it wasn't too troublesome. A bunch of people were able to do this. Now, unfortunately, don't get excited, this is no longer the case anymore. This was available for like half hour or something like that. Once Gameloft realized the error, they fixed it, and now it actually does have the star requirement. But anybody that was able to unlock it like this, well, congratulations, you now have those cars. Did DBT get those cars? So, let's move on to the calendar of upcoming events. And first, a shout out to Dilip Pandit, because I found this information in Reddit, and he was the one who posted it, so I'll leave you a link to his post so that you can upvote it and whatnot. But here are the upcoming events. We have 4 special events starting on the 14th, which is what, today? We got the Chrion Pur Sport special event. We'll have a look at the event itself later in this video, but still. We also have the Onyx Star Wave, which I don't get to see because I already have the Onyx maxed out, but still. The Onyx Star Wave should have begun already. In 2 days from now, the Lamborghini Authentica Grand Prix will begin on the 16th. And then on the 21st of this month, the Bailey Blade GT1 special event is going to begin. Now, we don't have much information as to the Bailey Blade. I don't know if it's a rerun of how it was before, if it's a reworked version of it, but yeah, there we go. And then for car hunts, we have the one that just started today, which, was it today? Yes, it was today. The Ferrari J50. On the 20th, we'll have the Ferrari FXXK, the one in Class S. On the 23rd, the Legend Pass, or I suppose Unite Pass exclusive hunt is going to be for the Jag XJR15. On the 28th, we have the Corvette Stingray. And then on the 2nd of September, we'll have the Porsche Cayman GT4 Club Sport. but this one is a special hunt. That one is not in daily events, that is in, what is it called, seasonal events or whatever. And yeah, remember that special hunt means that you are able to straight up gold the car. Remember that you're gonna need a bunch of credits. How much? Probably under 15 million. I'm not 100% sure, I'll check it. But yeah, you need a bunch of credits if you don't have the car. If you already have the car, then this is going to be your opportunity to gold it. So that's kind of nice. That's how it's going to be for me. And finally, on the 3rd of September, the Idle Design 01 car hunt. So these hunts are not particularly exciting, but there is information in case you are curious. Now, where were we? Sorry, it's just that I suddenly had a phone call, and the phone call ended up being a little bit longer than I expected, and I completely lost my train of thought. It's fine. I know we just finished looking at this. Now we're gonna have a quick look at the contents of the Unite Pass, because I want to talk about that. I still can't get used to calling it Unite Pass. To me, it's still the Legend Pass. I don't know. I mean, the game is still called Asphalt Legend, so it still, to me, makes sense to be called Legend Pass, but whatever. It's fine. So, in terms of the contents of this, here's what I wanted to talk about. This is gonna be the normal stuff, right? We got this, for the second time, the Ford Mustang RTR Spec 5 10th anniversary car. If you bought the previous Legend Pass, Unite Pass, now you have the car already at 2 stars, and with this second purchase, you will be able to get it to the maximum of 4th star, so there is that. And the normal stuff, right? There's gonna be some wild cards, some credits, obviously, in the premium lane. In the free lane, well, it's just some things over here. Over here, we got some blueprints for the Porsche Cayman, but like I said earlier, there's gonna be a special hunt for this, so this is not super valuable. Even the Epic is not super valuable, because again, in the special hunt, you're gonna be able to gold it, probably. That's normally how it works, so there's that. Normal stuff, right? Some additional benefits, some tokens and whatnot. Here's what I wanted to talk about it. Because like I just mentioned, there's gonna be the Grand Prix for the Lamborghini Authentica. And it's a Class S car. We've already talked about it in another video. It's a Class S car that in theory it's a bad car because it's, I think, the 3rd lowest ranked Class S car, so you can expect it to not be amazing. But now with this whole thing of the mixed leagues, I suppose you can call it, either an MP1 or MP2, where you compete with quote-unquote bad cars of one class, or maybe really properly bad cars of one class against a lower class and things like that, maybe the Lamborghini Authentica will have some use. But even if it doesn't in that particular regard, at the very least I know that I'm going to be having some fun with this car if I can unlock it, having some fun with it in MP2. So I'm most definitely looking forward to getting these blueprints. And I know it's just 5 blueprints on the premium lane, but these 5 blueprints could mean starring the car a bit more during the Grand Prix. And man, I really hope that I can unlock this car because it's the only Lambo that I'm missing. So that is the only reason, believe it or not, this and well, also the Epic, are the only reasons why I'm really gonna be buying. Along, to be honest, with the fuel, because you know, I use this fuel for making videos and whatnot, so that's useful. From there onward, we got some blueprints for the Celine, which is a burst of speed car, normal stuff, blueprints for the main car of the Legend Pass, wild cars, more fuel, all of that stuff. We got the BXR Bailey, again, burst of speed car. We got a salt emoji, and I actually kind of like that. It's like, I don't know if that you can use it as a statement of being salty. I don't know. I like it. I like the idea. It's a little bit toxic, much like the L emoji, but still. And then again, some more tokens, blueprints for the Tushek, another burst of speed car. And over here, all the way over here, we get blueprints for the Chrion Pur Sport, which is a new special event that we're gonna have a quick look a little bit later in this video. And basically that's it. More blueprints and stuff for the main Legend Pass car. So again, nothing too interesting over here, other than for me personally, the blueprints for the Authentica, because you know, I am a Lambo collector and I want to get that car, so to me these 5 blueprints are valuable. And like I said, having the additional fuel helps me a lot when I'm recording videos, so yes, I'm looking forward to getting that too. But we already talked a tiny bit about the new special event, but let's have a look at it. And of course, that is the special event for the Bugatti Chrion Pur Sport. Pure Sport, I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that, but there we go. So, just in case you don't know anything about this car, let's have a quick look over here just so that you see it. This is with the fancy livery from this special event, and there it is. It's basically like a Chiron, but with the wing of a Centodieci. It looks pretty dope. I actually do like this Bugatti a lot. Just in general, I like Bugattis with big wings, so yes. But we're not gonna go stage by station showing you. Instead, I'm gonna show you a bit of information that someone else already compiled about this. And once again, this information comes from Reddit, from the user Successful Fish 4037. Again, I'm gonna leave the link to this post so that you can see it in your own time calmly, and also give him an upvote on the post because this is very, very useful. The picture is a little bit blurry, sorry about that, but that's how it is. Over here, I just want to have a quick look at the cars that are required over here. The main cars are going to be, unsurprisingly, the ones from the burst of speed. So we have the McLaren F1LM, Apollo Evo, Bugatti Chiron. Well, this is obviously the main car of the event. The Noble M600, Frangivento Asphalt, the main car. Tushek, Celine, McLaren F1LM, Apollo Evo, Noble, the Frangivento once again, Tushek, Celine, and then the last stages with the main car. Now, you can still do some progress in the event with the support car, which is going to be the Aston Martin Vulcan, Nissan GT-R Nismo, Ferrari J50, Icona Volcano, FXXK, the Lycan, and then they start repeating. So, you can make some progress, but obviously in order to make the most out of it, you need to have the cars from the burst of speed. And there's another page with more information about it, but once again, if you want to check this out, you can pause this, or better yet, visit Successful Fish's post about it. Now, if you want to see the car without delivery, there it is. It's, like I said, just a Chiron, but with a big wing, so it looks kind of dope. And honestly, this color scheme looks pretty dope. You're not... well, we're not very used to seeing a Bugatti in orange, so it looks kind of dope. And you know that I love cars in orange. But one thing that I wanted to mention real quick is the fact that this car doesn't require a key. And you can actually buy the... Jesus Christ. You can buy the packs for the blueprints of this car at the moment. They're not locked behind any condition amount. So if you have a lot of tokens and you really want to get this car, then go for it, because you can get a bunch of blueprints. And like I said, it's not a key car. So that means that you can just buy, if you have, I don't know, 30, 40,000 tokens, you can probably just max it out by buying this stuff without needing to bother with the burst of speed cars and all of that stuff. Though you might still want to do as much progress as possible in the special event for the sake of maybe getting some epics for this thing. But there we go. You are able to get the Chiron so long as you have the Chrion Pur Sport, so long as you have tokens. And one thing that I forgot to mention real quick, just wanna, I don't know if this is for everybody, but at least for me right now, the Legend Pass is at half the price. So that's kind of dope. That makes me a bit more likely to buy it. I mean, I already said that I'm gonna buy it, but yeah, I forgot to mention that. So yeah, that's basically it when it comes to the new stuff that just started now that the new season, the Unite Season 2 has begun. And man, once again, the main thing that I'm excited about is trying to unlock the Lamborghini Authentica just to complete my collection of Lamborghinis, because hey, why not? Even if I get it to only at 1, 2 stars or whatever, it'll be fine. I just wanted to have it in the collection. And once again, playing here in MP2, like this race that is not starting, even if I have it at low stars, it might still be a lot of fun. Kind of like my Sesto Elemento, which this car that I'm driving right now, it's a 3-star car because I couldn't get it any higher than that. But guess what? Even the 3 stars over here, I get to have some fun with it. And man, you have no idea how much I love this whole concept of MP2. So yes, absolutely loving this whole thing. So what are you going to be going for in this season? Are you going to get the Unite Pass? Are you going to be focusing on anything in particular? Maybe spending a lot of tokens in the burst of the speed? Or would you rather just focus on doing, perhaps, or buying the packs for the Chrion Pur Sport? And more interestingly than that, did you get the free cars in the burst of the speed while they were there? You, like a lot of people, missed out on the chance just because you were not awake or active in the game in the very small window of time when it happened. In fact, that actually reminds me to the fact, and speaking of this car, by the way, there was an issue like that some months ago. I don't remember. It was quite a while back, but probably within a year, that they made this car, the Sesto Elemento, purchasable for seasonal tokens. Maybe it was a little more than a year, but still, for seasonal tokens, and it was a very, very, very low price. It was also a mistake on the release of the thing, and yeah, apparently people were able to just straight up 6-star this car by spending some seasonal tokens. Again, much cheaper. I believe that the price that they added was the token price, but for seasonal tokens, which is literally 10 times the amount. So these packs, instead of costing, I don't know, if they were supposed to cost 10,000, they would only cost them 1,000. So imagine that. People just went absolutely bonkers. And yeah, sometimes things like this happen in the game, and well, whoever is around to make the most of it while it happens, good for you, good for you. Look at that. I mean, it took a little while to validate, but see, I'm telling you, this is just a 3-star Sesto Elemento, so this is why I love MP2, bringing cars that are not even fully started up, and yet you can still do some damage with them. And of course my game just crashed because why not, but no worries, I still have one more fuel for this car, because again I haven't bought the Legend Pass just yet, excuse me, Unite Pass, so I'm very limited on fuel. And that's what I was saying, I definitely want to get the Unite Pass, but for that reason I'm probably not going to be making videos on cars that only have 3 fuel, because it's going to take a while for me to claim the 5 fuel of the pass, so that instead of 3 it's 8 fuel and I can make a proper video out of it, because a video with 3 races on one car that I'm testing doesn't really work out. Either that or I have to record in different separate sessions, and man, it's a bit of a pain in the rear side, but well, that's the price to pay when you're playing this game. But yeah, overall, looking forward to my Lambo, and other than that, I'm not particularly excited about anything else. I'm more looking forward towards the next season, which is the back to school season, I think it's called, in which there's going to be another burst of speed, but that time is going to be for Ferraris and for Lambos. One of them, precisely, the Sesto Elemento, and I do want to start it up a little bit because, hey, why not? But alright, if you enjoyed this video, once again, you know what to do. Hit the like button, all of that good stuff, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye!